Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. This is y&ymission. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission teaches the 100% truth doctrine as GMS. I want to bring out these people that are crashing out, okay?
Run on a pillow.
It's a lot of families and whatnot ticking time bombs, okay? People being put to death, okay? And they crashing out. So this is crash out season, and these people are ticking time bombs, all right? In these families, okay? You think everything is picture perfect, everything is lovely? Nope. Okay? So I'm gonna bring out some videos and scriptures.
A heartbreaking goodbye as family and friends face the unimaginable today, laying a slain mother and her 2 children to rest in Bay Minette.
Hundreds packed First Baptist Church for a celebration of life, remembering Lyrica Gaines Smith, 15-year-old Christian, and 11-year-old Kinsley. Our Shelby Myers was outside the church during the funeral.
Shelby, I can only imagine how emotional that day was.
Yeah, it really has been an emotional day, Lanice and Cameron. This tragedy has shaken the entire community. I'm talking classmates, teachers, co-workers, law enforcement, friends, and especially family, all hurting after saying goodbye much too soon. The parking lot overflowed as hundreds packed into the First Baptist Church of Bay Minette. Tears, embraces, and heartbreak.
It's something you don't ever want to see, you don't want to ever experience.
Gone too soon. Lyrica Gaines Smith, her 15-year-old son Christian, and 11-year-old daughter Kinsley. Baldwin County deputies say the 3 were killed inside their Daphne home last week. Investigators say Kenneth Smith Jr. shot and killed his wife and 2 children before taking his own life.
It's hard to see people like this and see that the family is going through what they're going through because of the situation.
A horrific act of violence that's shaken the community to its core. From educators to Christian and Kinsley's classmates to the family's pastor at City Hope Church and law enforcement who worked the scene.
We're as big a part of the community too, and it was important for our people to be here, especially the ones that actually work the scene. You know, a lot of times in a crime you do get a little bit of closure because you get to go testify in court, you get to do all those things, and we won't do that in this case. So it means a lot for us to be here just to show our respect to the family that's grieving and also to the ones we lost.
Lyrica's cousin, Tansy Sledge Shute, says the funeral was sad but beautiful as Lyrica's niece spoke with this strong word.
She made sure that she spoke well of her and sent a message. It was just, basically just knowing what's going on and speaking up. Not holding anything back. You got something to say, let the family know. Let your friends know.
I also found that Lyrica worked at the Malbus Regions Bank. Today, the bank let all of its employees
all right,
go.
So you see that? Okay. They put to death, okay, by the Heavenly Father, all right? So crash out. They use the father, Jake and Esau, crashing out, all right? So depressed mom, perfect family massacre. Okay, husband, kids, husband, kids, and horrific. Around this shit, man. I hate Esau. Stupid ass shit. All right, so you see Emily Long, 34, was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, allegedly killed her husband. Ryan Long, 48, same thing, different part of the section, different family. This time the mother did it, okay? She crashed out. Emily Long posted a TikTok 2 days before cops made the horrific discovery, okay? So yeah, crash out online. These people are melting down. They can't handle the pressure. They can't handle what Most High is doing. Okay, taking away their benefits, not being able to eat on a consistent basis and or not being able to eat what they want. Okay, they're getting tired of their family. Okay, being up under them or being in the house, not being able to do anything or go anywhere, have escapism. Okay, that's what Babylon the Great is built on, and just how the society is ran based on escapism, consumerism. Okay, and they're getting tired of the people that they live with. Okay, ultimately we know through the spirit power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, these family members, husband and wife and husband, kids, are putting their family members, their immediate family members, to death. Okay, it's the Heavenly Father doing it.
Speaking with News 4 Jax. Family member also shared this photo of David Lee and Brandy Smith with us.
Their 14-year-old son, Trevor Lee, is now charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. Their home sits near Silver Point and County Road 220. News 4 Jax reporter Alicia Hatcher went to the neighborhood where it happened and spoke with the teen's friend.
One of Trevor's closest friends, Kyrie Beeman, met us right outside of the Lee family home. He says he's known Trevor since elementary school and he just saw him Friday. He also says he spoke with him over the phone around 12:30 this morning, and the conversation they had, he'll never forget.
He told me that he loved me, and he told me that he was just calling to tell me goodnight.
The best friend of a teen now accused of murder replays the last conversation they had before learning the shocking news. Crime scene tape lined a Middleburg neighborhood Monday morning after a chilling 911 call from a 14-year-old boy.
Our 911 communications center received a call from a young man who stated he had just killed his parents. He stated that deputies could find his parents at the house and that he had walked just over a mile away to a church.
Deputies responded and arrested 14-year-old Trevor Lee. When deputies got to the home, they found David Lee and Brandy Smith shot and killed inside.
Preliminary investigation, and we're still very early in this investigation, it appears that there was some sort of domestic argument last night between Trevor Lee and his parents, and that this shooting culminated from that argument.
When we arrived on scene, a family member was there but declined to speak. But one person did open up, someone who didn't just know the family, he considered them his own.
They were probably the best or one of the best families I knew. They were funny and they treated me very well. They told me all the time that they loved me like a son and they treated me as such.
Kyrie says it's still hard to believe, but he hopes people remember Trevor for more than just what happened.
He's not a bad person just because he made one bad decision. He's done so much for everyone I know, and I don't want him just to be known as a killer or a murderer, and that he was a great kid, a great son.
Coming up on News 4 Jax at 6, we'll share.
All right, so he don't know that. Jake don't know that, and you damn Edomites. Okay, you see that technically his father is a Edomite and his mother is a Judite. Okay, so that technically makes that boy an Edomite. All right, so all right, Lord is visiting. Okay, these families, he's putting people to death. Okay, don't matter if they mix, don't matter if they all the way 100% Jake, don't matter if they 100% Esau. Okay, or whatever. He's putting the spirit of death on and destruction on these families. Okay, these picture perfect families are not innocent. Whoever be so innocent, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so they got bullshit with them. Okay, it's just in a closet. They know how to hide their bullshit better than the next man. All right, so I'm talking about the father, the mother, the kids, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to bring out some scriptures. Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? He asking a question. I tell you, nay, but rather division. Okay, the Heavenly Father is dividing everybody, dividing families, dividing counties, dividing parties, dividing cliques, dividing all types of groups. Okay, dividing the genders. Everything, everybody is against everybody. Okay, so for some reason. Okay, that's why it's important and imperative that you be on the Heavenly Father's side. Okay, be close to Him, because you won't be divided against the Heavenly Father. All this worldly things, all these worldly accolades, all these worldly relationships are going to end. Okay, division. He came to bring division. That's what he's saying. Matthew 10:34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, see, telling you. Okay, Yahweh Shah is telling you, came not to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Right. Okay, and then you seeing family members putting each other to death with the modern day sword is the gun. Right. All these instances, guns were involved, whether the mother killed the family or the father killed the family or the teen killed the family, okay, or family members. It was a gun involved, okay. The sword, the modern day sword is the gun. These prophecies are speaking. Crash out season is in full effect, all right, and happening. It's getting lit, all right. Luke 12:52. From Herefore there shall be 5 in one house divided, okay, right, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3, okay. This is, and then you hear with the teen, they had an argument, okay, and he put him to death that night, all right. He had an argument, called his friend, and then put his parents to death. Okay, Luke 12:53. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And that's what you're seeing right now, more and more. If it doesn't lead to family members putting each other to death and making the news, then you're seeing fallouts between family members, even my own family. Okay, I have fallen outs and stuff, and betrayals, and I don't talk to my family, okay, right now, and I'm seeing it happening with my girl, okay. She's being divided somewhat against her family right now, okay. So things are happening. The Lord is making a clear separation, okay, of who he's going to either save or who he's going to destroy, okay. And it's going down, okay. So the Yahweh Shah is speaking. He's doing his work, okay. He's making division, okay. He's putting everybody at odds against each other, and even on smaller scale, just fights, people not wanting to stay with each other or help each other as far as family members when they get in certain predicaments, okay. And then the ultimate climax of these instances is when family members start putting each other to death, okay. Why is that? Okay, Ecclesiastes 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right. So these family members are basically ticking time bombs. Okay, crash outs. All right, crash out season and ticking time bombs. All right. So you might be in a family thinking everything is sweet, everything is good, get in one argument or no argument, and you could be dead, or a family member could be dead, okay? You don't know, because these people are in Babylon the Great, okay, that still have their families intact, and especially if they're in the world or they're 2/3, the heathens are 2/3, you do not know when they're going to snap, okay? When the Lord is going to activate them. They're sleeper cells. So your son, okay, your father, okay, your mother, okay, you're in the immediate house with them, okay, kids, parents, and kids, living in a family of 4 or 5 or whatever, even 6, okay, you don't know, okay, right now when they may snap, especially if they're not covered by the Heavenly Father, if they're not in this truth, especially if they're not of the house of Israel. That's you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You 2/3 and you heathens, okay, your family member is a ticking time bomb. You don't know what's going to set them off, and they can possibly put you to death, okay, put you out the house, or just leave you, okay, and you're seeing all 3 variants being going around right now. If doesn't lead to death, the extreme case, Most High is having fights break out with family members, okay, in the house. All right, Yahweh Shah is having fights break out with family members in the house, okay, because why? There be spirits that are created for vengeance. That was the only thing in these last days, to be brought back, to be born, to grow up for however whatever age the Lord wanted them to grow up to be, if they're a child or teen or something, and to put their parents to death. That was the only thing. Or for their parents to have them so they can eventually put them to death, or vice versa. Okay, you don't know what the Heavenly Father has in store for these 2/3 and these heathen families, okay, especially in these last days, okay? And in a time of destruction, they pour out their fear, their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them, and that Yahweh made them and sent them, okay? And they're very dangerous, okay? But we know that these people are not innocent, okay? They're the worst of the worst, the wicked one, if not the high level of wickedness that they have done in their life, whether it was the children, okay, in their short amount of time here and or past lives, and the parents, okay, whether they done it over, their time here or their past life, okay. These are what? Judgments, okay. Proverbs 28:5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh understand all things, right? And the men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, have been telling you, warning you, these days are perilous, okay. Yahweh and Yahweh Shah have sent the houses of men, okay, at variance with each other, okay. So betrayals, backstabs, arguments, fighting, arterial motives, okay, evil thoughts, okay, are now manifesting. These spirits that are created for vengeance are out here, okay. And the question is, are they in your family, okay? Especially if you're not in this truth, you will not be protected. The only way you can survive what's to come, and there's too many dangers around, is being under the protection of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, okay? And that is the only way, okay? The Heavenly Father and His Son. It is no amount of guns, no amount of money, no amount of food, no amount of connections, no amount of networking, no matter material things, goods, services, no matter what you do will appease these spirits, okay? The only way you can survive is to not be on Yahweh's shit list, okay? That's the only way you can survive in these times of judgment. All right. And that's if he's dealing with you and he wants you to understand and get the truth. OK, if not, you're going to die. All right. So with that, I would like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. OK.